Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Three Nerds on a Sunday, where three nerdy friends talk about all things nerd, geek, and pop culture related. I am one third of the nerd, Sonny, and the other nerd that makes up this round table today is Manny. What's going on?
Yeah, Frank is enjoying some family time, so
Yeah,
it's just gonna be us this time. Man, so those Spider-Man tickets, eh? Kind of. You gave us the news. I remember you gave us the news about it, and I thought they were gonna go on sale Monday. They actually went on sale Sunday night. So because of you, we got those tickets.
Sweet. Glad to help. Yeah, because I saw the article. I'm like, we should probably look into this.
Did you try to get tickets?
Yeah, I tried. I didn't. There was nothing. I was stuck in the queue for like an hour, and then kicked me out, and I go back in line.
Yeah, it was kind of nuts because I think the ticket started at 10:57, and I went back in, and I was able to go through the end until the very end, where it just kind of got stuck, where it wouldn't continue, and I always had like the payment issues.
Right.
And then I backed out. I went back in, and then all of a sudden it's like a 40-minute wait or something like that. And I was like, oh my god. And I was wondering if AMC was the only one selling tickets, so I was trying Fandango, and Fandango wasn't great. These tickets were harder to get than Endgame, for sure.
Very, very, very much harder.
Yeah.
Endgame was pretty easy. I mean, I went like Friday night, got tickets, no problem. And this one, shit, it was a bloodbath.
Yeah, it was kind of nuts with it. To finally get tickets, like it was at 2 a.m. for me, and I'm looking on Twitter like, is anyone getting these tickets? Because there was a lot of seats left, a whole bunch of seats left, and for this to be going on till 2 a.m. and there's still decent seats around, I'm like, oh, something's going on. Something's wrong here where people aren't getting tickets and they're just giving up. So I looked on Twitter to see if there was like any success stories, what they're doing differently. And one guy was like, yeah, I use Flickster and I was in and out 5 minutes. And I'm like, Flickster? And I remember they did get bought out by Fandango and all that. So I'm like, whatever. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. And I had Flickster already downloaded. And dude, I was in and out with those. So I had to like buy a couple seats because they weren't all together. And like you said, that you're gonna all gonna go together. The three of us are gonna head together. And then we got other people coming, so I had to buy like 7 tickets.
Yeah.
And I bought like a couple different sets because I wanted to make sure we got like the best seats and all that. And then I talked to you guys, and whatever you guys wanted, we kept with, and the other ones we just gave back to the wild with that.
Yeah.
But, but I think I don't know, dude. It's a lot of hype surrounding this movie, and I hope it kind of lives up. It's fun though. That movie theater is going to be super fun, especially because we're all going at the Friday showing, and I think the true fans, or the super judgy fans, show up on Thursday. And then Friday is like a mixed bag with everyone. So I'm hoping we get a lot more cheers like we used to get way back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Because, I remember.
Agree with what I said?
In a way, yeah. Because when the Dark Knight Rises came out, I actually went opening night Thursday, first showing, and then went back Friday morning or like Friday afternoon. I forgot what time I went. Like the next day, the Thursday crowd was awesome. They're really into it. And then the Friday was a mixed bag. So
was it?
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, and you're right. I guess that part I could see that. But again, like the judgy part is that movie was super good. Like no one said that movie was bad. Where this one might be like a mixed bag, but you never know. You never know. I don't know.
No, it's hard to say.
Yeah, it's hard to say with that kind of stuff. But I think we're gonna have a hell of a time. I think it's gonna be super fun with that.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't see how we can't have any fun with it.
Yeah,
and we might have a beer before. Who knows? It depends what time we get there, and might be able to enjoy just a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, and I think the biggest situation, I think AMC and all of them, I think they crashed within like a couple minutes. That's why it took forever to get through. Because from what I heard, a couple articles, like they actually like they crashed sites big time, where they're like, ah, shit. Well, we had to fix this. Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, the sites were crashed, but why was Flixer that you end up using Fandango within the app? It never becomes Fandango.
Yeah.
But you have like a shortcut into Fandango. Why did Flixer work better than any of those? How?
I mean, it sounds like no
Different
one
server?
either. Yeah, I think so. And the fact that no one really uses it or remembers it, it's just one of those things. It's like, oh shit, that's right, that's a thing. Let me go check it out.
And I get that, but the weird part is that Fandango, you open up Fandango's website in the browser.
Yeah.
So, like, how? I don't know. It has to be a server thing. It has to be super basic.
Yeah.
And I wish Frank was here and he could probably say,
yeah.
Damn you, Frank.
Damn it. Our ID guy's not here. Oh well. We'll ask him next week.
But it's just nuts how easy it was to do it. And I just hope because I know I didn't think you were down to go for the Thursday night showing. When you said that last week, I kind of got disappointed because the only reason why we're not going now is because of Frank. And I thought that would have been awesome going on Thursday night. I almost bought tickets for Thursday night, but I'm like, you know what? I can't do that. I can't do that to Frank and Sonny. I can't do it. They need my genuine reaction to this movie in real time. Yeah. It kind of hurts me that we're not going Thursday, but whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is, I guess. We'll just have to what's it called, uninstall Twitter and Facebook and Instagram for a couple of days.
So the good news, because it releases on 15th in Europe. The good news is that I'm going to be working, so I'm not really going to be on my phone.
That's good.
So hopefully I could kind of hide all that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, Thursday after work, I'm just gonna. Yeah, the 15th I work, and then that Thursday, just when I get off of work, I'll just go to the gym, come home, watch some Netflix, and stay on the phone for a while. That's about it. Because like I don't follow too many spoilers, like nerd channels, but somehow it'll find me. So I'm gonna try to avoid as much as possible.
Well, you got any other news that happened this week that you want to bring up?
No, I got nothing.
You got no news. All right. I'm trying to think of something. I can't really think of anything that's coming up. Yeah, no, not really. Nothing.
I guess the only real thing, the only real quick thing I think I heard is that Netflix has the American rights to Power Rangers. They can't use any of the old like characters or I guess like storylines or whatever of the Power Rangers from, was it? I want to say Sabine. I feel like I'm wrong.
Saban? I always thought it was Saban.
Yeah, it probably
Saban.
They can't use any of like the original characters or stories, whatever. But Netflix is getting the opportunity to make their own like Power Rangers universe with like original characters and story and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that's pretty interesting. But past that, nothing else.
Dinosaurs are going to be the Megazords.
Zords.
That's That's what I need to know.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of important. Um, and then Guillermo's movie is coming out the same day as Spider-Man, so
Yeah.
they screwed him over in that. He's good luck, buddy. I love you to death, but I don't see you having a good strong opening
Oh God, no.
weekend with Nightmare Alley. I mean, I'm gonna try to go see it. Maybe Thursday after work or something. But yeah, good luck with that, buddy. Sorry.
I mean, he needs to make money, but I think his super time is going to come around Oscar time. So I think he's good.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, because I want to keep making stuff. So, but that's really about it. I guess stuff that was just more in back of my mind than actual like interesting news.
All right. I'll go into nerd outs.
Let's do it.
All right. You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I watched three things this week. A Netflix original show, a Netflix original movie, and then a movie I watched a while back. We'll go, I guess, from the worst. It's a Netflix show called Happy Mary Whatever, starring Dennis Quaid and a bunch of other people you may or may not heard of. Probably the other famous person would be Ashley Tisdale of the High School Musical fame.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 8-episode run. Essentially, a daughter of this family brings home her boyfriend for holidays. Come to find out that the family's oddly close, where the father has to control everything, and they have to be in everyone's business and live. So, like every other sitcom of about a family that you've ever seen. I didn't hate the show. I didn't mind it. If you're looking for something to put in the background while you're putting up your tree and decorations for the season, pop this on. I guess it's fine. There's a couple laughable moments, but I feel like it's trying too hard to be really funny. It just feels like it's forced with the jokes and some stuff that they bring up. A lot of low hanging fruit. Dennis Quaid's pretty good in it. He's like that stern father figure that my way to hallway, no alcohol in this house, or he loves football, and like he's very traditional, but he's also kind of quirky and weird when he gets around certain people. It's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, really fast. There's not much to it. It's kind of forgettable. Really is only good for holidays when you just got to pop it on. And as much as I love Christmas, there's a lot of bad Christmas holiday movies that come around this year all the time. Just look at Hallmark. I mean, I don't know how they keep putting out as many movies as they do each year, but this just kind of falls in that category.
So this is a movie or show? Movie, right?
It's a show. It's 8 episodes. I think they're like 22, 23 minutes long episodes. So you're in and out. You finish in a day, no problem. It's on Netflix, like I said. I guess my best recommendation, again, like I said, just put it in the background while you're decorating the tree and setting up the house for the holidays. But this isn't something you need to go out of your way to see. My next nerd out, because again, 'tis the season. It is after Thanksgiving. That's typically when we put up the tree and everything. I think a majority of my family, my parents, my sister, and everything, after Thanksgiving is when it's like appropriate to start decorating. So I'm in the holiday spirits. I want to watch some holiday movies, and I'll probably be talking about more throughout the month. Netflix came out with the movie. I think it came out either last year or a couple months ago. I don't know. The couple years are blended together. The movie is called Love Hard. It's about this female journalist in LA, and she writes about going on these terrible dates, how her love life is just a tragedy, and it's all from the perspective of her finding these people on a dating app. So she ends up connecting with this guy. They end up talking, getting real close together. And off of a whim, she decides, let me fly halfway across the country to go surprise him for Christmas. And lo and behold, she was catfished by a gentleman, and hijinks ensue. She pretends to be his girlfriend, so his parents can be proud of him because he's kind of a slacker, loser kind of type, smart but never really applied himself. And again, hijinks ensue. This one is cheesy as hell. It has all those tropes. It's exactly like every other of these weird rom-com, I guess this would be rom-com type of movies. It has all the same beats. You know, the awkward moment where the truth comes out at like the most unopportune time. The will they, won't they relationship, or there's the other guy, but not this and that, or you got to learn to love someone for who they are, and all this other kind of stuff. It's very cliche, very basic. But with that being said, I actually did enjoy it. It's not quite like a holiday movie, but it just takes place around Christmas. But you put a love story in and have Christmas in the background. I'm tend to be a sucker for those type of movies around this year or this time of year. So it was fun enough. It had some decent laughs. Nothing too, like I said, groundbreaking. It's pretty average in its storytelling, but I think the two main actors, I don't know their names. I know the female is like Nina Delgachovich or something like that. She's from Vampire Diaries. And then the other gentleman, I forgot what he is from. I've seen him around. I just don't know his name. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun and enjoyable. I liked it. It was cool. Love Hard on Netflix, and then you kind of learn why the movie's called Love Hard. It's kind of cute. So yeah, if you're in the mood for some heartwarming love story, I guess should be up your alley. And then my last film was a rewatch, a Kevin James film called Here Comes the Boom. Here Comes the Boom is about what is he, like a biology teacher? We'll go with that. A biology teacher that he's kind of given up on system and how it works. He used to be this great inspirational teacher, wanted to learn and help kids, and then just life just beat him down to where he's this cynical guy who just doesn't care. And then one day, his good friend, who is in charge of the music program, finds out that the school needs to make some budget cuts and they're cutting music. And he goes, "No, we can't do that. I will help save the music program." And he does that, but the only way he can think is to fight MMA and get paychecks and put it towards saving the music department. It's hard to tell when this came out. I could look it up, but my phone's charging and it's way over there, so I was going to wing it. I think this movie is at least 10, maybe 15 years old, if I had to guess. Just guessing.
Yeah, that sounds all right.
Yeah, and back then I was a little snooty towards the movie. I don't know why. I when I first watched it, I'm like, this is stupid. I hate it.
Well, because we were young and we thought we knew what we thought was good.
Yeah, and I generally like this movie. I like it mainly because of the message that it gives. It's a very positive movie. It's about chasing your dreams and staying positive and being motivated and not letting the world around you get you down. Learning how to overcome things and obstacles instead of just letting the world beat you. You figure a way out how to get past all that. Some cheesy moments, has those moments as a Kevin James film does. I don't think it's a Happy Madison production, but sometimes it kind of feels like it. And the MMA stuff actually in here is pretty good. And there's a lot of cameos from a lot of fighters, if you know, like the UFC back in the day. Mayhem Miller is in here. Chael Sutton makes a little cameo. We got Joe Rogan when he still had hair and I think this was before his podcast was even like that big at all. So
I'm pretty sure podcasts were even a thing.
Yeah, it's a really interesting capsule as well for UFC, because if you know anything about UFC now, they're all sponsored by Reebok now, and the way things are handled are different. Back then, in this film, they still had those banners in the back of the fighters when they're being introduced with all their sponsors on there. You got the Jimmy John's logo and what was it, a condom business that was like a sponsor for a lot of fighters and some of the fights. Like this is old school UFC, and it's kind of cool to go back and watch that. And Bas Rutten, if any listeners are big UFC fans, you know Bas Rutten from the Pancrase days of MMA. I would say he's one of the pioneers in Japan MMA and MMA in general. He plays like the foreign guy that helps Kevin James learn how to fight and navigate in the MMA world. And this is I really think this is a good rewatchable movie. It has some good moments, funny in it. And like I said, I think we need more. As much as I appreciate dark stories and these anti-heroes, sometimes we just need a good basic movie that just teaches you, hey, it's okay to be a good person. Don't be afraid to try. I enjoy that kind of stuff, and this one surprisingly makes kind of put a little warmth in my heart just how simple and straightforward it is. I enjoyed it a lot.
So why did you watch? What made you watch this movie? It's not a Christmas movie, from what I remember.
I watched it. I said, you know what? Let me give it another chance. I was looking at some of the other Netflix Christmas movies, and I'm like, I don't want to watch these right now. These look terrible. It's like a time traveling princess story, part 1, 2, and 3. I was like, I will hold off on those. So I just said, you know what? Screw it. Let me check it out, because I think it was in the top 10 for children's movies. I was like, okay, I like kids movies. I'll check it out. I think it was number 7 for the week. So thought I'd give it another chance, and I'm glad I did. It's just a fun little good movie. So it's on Netflix now. I think they just added it maybe this month or maybe even last week. So you should still have some time to check it out. That's Here Comes the Boom on Netflix. So those are my nerd outs for the week. So I'll toss over to Manny.
So I'm my biggest nerd out has to be probably Halo, where I try to come home. I've been working open closes, but the last 2 nights I've been just getting on, try to grind it, and just play kind of capture the flag or oddball or things like that. And it's a fun game, man. It's a nice little escape. Everything for the most part seems like it's pretty decent. There's not much you can really ask for. Ask for more. My light's about to fall. And it's fun because I'm playing with Frank, and it feels like those old nights and stuff like that. And I play it to get the battle pass done, but I mainly play it because I just kind of just want to play it. Halo's all over TikTok right now. We share little videos here and there of different kills that you could do or things like that, or if people don't really know about it or how to use certain weapons or the grappling gun or things like that. So it's a huge following on that. And Halo finally feels again like it's a console buyer. You have to have a console. You have to buy the Xbox to play it. And I guess now most people have computers and all that, and you can play this on Windows anyway. But it's just fun that you have a game that really brings this many people together.
Yeah.
You're not getting an Xbox, right? So this doesn't
Uh,
really intrigue you too much, like playing
oh, I
Halo.
mean, it didn't until I think you guys started talking about it. But is it enough for me to buy a new console? Probably not. Not too much of a fan of video games at the moment, but I've like I said, Halo 3 is like one of my favorite games of all time, and it sounds like this kind of has that like old school feel to it a little bit with
It
some new
does.
new touches. So I am highly intrigued, but I don't know if it's that intriguing for me to buy a new console.
Yeah, I mean it's still kind of hard to buy a console anyway too, but
Yeah,
um, I was super happy when I gambled and I bet that Microsoft and who is it 343 I think they're going to come out with a console for Xbox, and I didn't even know that it was a 20 year um, 20-year anniversary of Xbox. If I knew that, then I would have put money on it that
yeah,
a new Xbox was coming out around that time.
yeah.
So I don't know. I'm happy I got it. I got the Halo edition, and so far it's pretty great. I even want to get I don't know if you know, but there's like an Elite controller that you could get, and this is where you kind of could control or like reissue buttons on the controller and all that.
Mm,
Um, so I don't need it. I really don't because I'm not that
yeah,
great of a player, and
sure,
I don't need like that kind of advantage.
right.
But I'm even thinking about getting one of those, like a Halo edition, or yeah, like a Master Chief edition,
Oh yeah,
and things like
that'd
that.
be cool.
Let's see, anything else? Now, I've been just trying to catch up on Succession.
Oh
Uh,
yes,
that show is fantastic, and it still has it. There's even a little more intrigue now, which is kind of fun. Um, Seinfeld has been a show that I've been consistently watching in the background, even at lunch,
nice.
at work. And I normally don't watch stuff at work because I normally save it for the big screen. But with
Sure.
Seinfeld, so many episodes and all that, and for the most part too, I'm not listening 100% to the episode, which kind of gets me mad. So
Yeah,
it's an easy thing that I could just put on again, and hopefully I missed a joke or two, or if I didn't, I just watch a good cast do their thing.
yeah,
Um, so that's been going on, and no, I think that's really it. That's it's not much. Like we wanted, Violet and I really get kind of stuck behind on all these shows that we want to watch. Like we
right.
started Dexter, the new one on Showtime.
Okay.
Um, but that was like 2 weeks ago. And I think now it's almost like done, or there's like a couple episodes left. Um, so we got that in the back burner. It's just I wish we kind of just had more time to watch them.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's an investment because especially if it's a good show that's like more than 3 seasons, that's an investment time.
Yeah. Um, man, but that's about it. That's about it. I've been trying to keep collecting to a minimum.
Yeah.
I did get like those new retro Fantastic Four, and I
Okay.
have Thing, I have Reeds, and then I just got what's her name, Invisible Girl,
Sue Storm.
Sue Storm. Yeah, I got Sue Storm today with that ugly face of hers.
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
just need Human Torch, Johnny Storm. Um, but I don't know. I wanted to return. I don't know. I got the bad guys too. I don't even
Yeah.
know one of them is the bad guy. Who's the not Psycho Man? Who's the other one? Do you know? I have him
Uh,
somewhere.
he's like a green and white, right?
No, that's Mr. Psycho. I think that's his
Is that
name.
about the pink guy?
Yeah, pink guy. Who's the pink guy?
I don't know. I thought
Yeah,
that
I
was
don't.
a cycle. Yeah. Well,
No, I think Mr.
oh, either
Psycho's
way.
like white and green, but whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Either way.
Maybe I'll return that one and then just keep Fantastic Four. But now I
Yeah.
kind of want Doctor Doom. Like I should have got Doctor Doom retro. Like it's one of those things. Like
Yeah. It's yeah, because Doctor Doom, he has a couple. I think he has like 4 or 5 iterations of in figure for maybe 6, but I think two of them are like standouts. The retro looks pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a retro one, especially because now I'm kind of collecting those retro Spideys, and I had so many chances to get a retro Kingpin.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and I kind of like regret it now that I didn't. I don't know. The one I'm kind of not itching to get would be like the Daredevil one, like from the original wave.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like an urge to get that one. And what I mean by that is because now I have an urge to get the Kingpin. I got an urge to get the ones that I've missed before. Like, I think I have, and like I even got like Black Cat, and that's weird. I think I got JJ, but I don't want Daredevil. I don't know why. I just don't want that one at all.
Yeah, I find that to be true for a lot of people. Like I love Daredevil. I do want that figure, but I'm not willing to pay a certain price for it, and it's not that high of a number. Yeah, it's weird. Like I want them, but I'm not dying to get them. You know, it's weird.
I'm also not dying to get like Webman. He's like an inverted color, a little bit lighter.
Oh yeah.
Negative Spider-Man.
Yeah,
black and white, and then also the Cyborg Spidey maybe, but those three I'm not like really keen to getting. Like I wouldn't be upset if I have every other one, but those two.
Right.
But yeah, it's like Venom was one of my favorites. I know Frank kind of hated those holes, but whatever.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't care. And then that Black Spidey. Can't wait.
Yes.
Wait.
100%.
That one.
That line, majority of it I have pre-ordered. I don't have, was it Cementhead or
Hammerhead?
And the Spider-Man.
Oh, I got Scarlet. Scarlet look good.
Yeah, Hobgoblin, Metal Suit is my favorite version from the show, so I had to get that. Shocker and the Symbiote Black Suit Spider-Man.
That Black Suit Spidey. I can't wait.
That one's I actually pre-ordered three of those. one to stay in, one to keep on the card, one to take out, and then have a backup if I need to trade or sell it. So
yeah, I'm hoping that one goes as big
as every other Spider-Man figure that's hard to get. There's a lot of them that are really good price. Like, well, I mean, not trying to buy the aftermarket, but the price goes up.
For who? Original Spidey?
The original Spidey, Pizza Spider-Man, a couple other ones like like out of nowhere, just shot out of nowhere like that. The Spidey's like $60-$80.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Mm-hmm. So I think that will too, because I think with the exception of Big Bad Toys, I think everyone else is sold out. And Big Bad, the only reason they're not sold out is because people go somewhere else first before they go there because they get their stuff late than everyone else. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere else. I like Big Bad. And I like their whole return system and all that. Like, I need that. Yeah. Because sometimes I just back out. I don't want them. And if I at least get store credit, then fine, whatever. Like I backed out of the Batman 1989 NECA, and I didn't think I was going to back out of that one, but I did, which kind of sucked. But now I got those Spideys coming, so I'm happy about those.
Yeah, 100%. Those are absolute must-buys, and if you're into toys or whatever, I would get this line. This is a very solid line. It is fantastic. Get it.
Do you like how Hobby looks?
I do. At first, I wasn't. All the previous shots and everything, I wasn't sure, but Frank posted those. Someone got them from Singapore. Got the whole set already. He took some pictures, and it looks good. I was like, okay, cool. So I'm in on him 100% now. Yeah, I was on the fence about him for a while, but they won me over, so they can have my money.
Cool. How did we get talking about this?
Good question. How the hell did we get here? You were talking about cutting back on buying some stuff.
Collecting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cut it back. I got like 10 black Spider-Mans coming my way.
Very nice. And rumor has it that Lizard will be coming out next year. Fucking Target exclusive, I think. But I'm gonna do everything in my part to get one of those if it's true.
Oh yeah. I want a Doc Ock when the Rhino comes out. Damn, I'm gonna want Kingpin. But that's why I got like Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, and Shocker, because I want those guys. I want the classics, and I like the suits.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait for Doc Ock.
Yeah, that one's gonna be.
Yeah, I got Sandman pre-ordered too. I can't wait.
Yeah, 100%. We love Spider-Man in this channel. So, I guess with all that being said, let's move on to our main topic. We'll do non-spoiler talks first, and then we'll talk about a potential spoiler or something like that at the end. So we'll let you know when we switch over. But main topic, Hawkeye episode 3. First initial thoughts. You liked it?
I did.
Nice.
There wasn't an episode that I didn't like so far, but this one was a lot more intriguing for me, at least. Did you like it?
I did. I think this is the best episode so far. A lot more intrigued with it. I'm a little more invested with it now. I enjoyed it. It was a good episode.
Yeah. It is very fun to watch, which is awesome. I might have been a little too harsh on it. I think it's just because this show doesn't feel like a high-end Marvel show.
Yeah, it's like for like anyone else would kill for his budget, but for like Marvel, it feels, I don't want to say low rent, but it feels
low rent. It feels like not HBO, not cable, but a little bit higher. Like, it definitely feels more upscale than anything Netflix put out. And I'm even talking about Daredevil. It feels a lot more upscale, but then it also feels cheap.
Yeah, it is. There was a couple of scenes where they use CGI, and CGI is not that strong in this episode in that all. But yeah, it just this is like a definition of like street level Marvel. It's like you don't need a big budget. There's no big scary monsters. Shoot your arrows, drive your car, have fun, and that's all you get.
And to be honest, I kind of saw that with another. Which one did I see that with? It's another Marvel show coming out. I saw a little like cheapness with it, but I can't remember which one. It's one coming out, I thought. Oh, Moon Knight. Moon Knight. His costume. If that costume is real, it looks a little.
It looked a little funny.
Yeah, it looks more like DC stuff.
Yeah, it looked a little funny. Where he was jumping from rooftop to rooftop a little bit. That looked a little janky. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Like from those previews, we didn't see much, but I think a lot of them look kind of lower rent style for Marvel. Was Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk, with even David Banner, or I guess Professor Hulk looked a little funny in the teaser trailer. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting what they're going to do next with their street level guys. But back to good old Hawkeye. This episode was good. I enjoyed it a lot more. They were able. it's a lot of these shows, or a lot of shows now in general, they'll dedicate a whole episode to the villain, or the antagonist. Here, Echo, she gets the first the opening credits, maybe 5-8 minutes maybe of some backstory. Real simple, real straightforward. It tells us everything we need to know about her and why she's here. And that's all we needed. And it gave you everything that you needed about her, and we move forward.
And her uncle.
Yes, her uncle. We'll talk about that in a spoiler talk, so if you wish to join us. Essentially, growing up, she was had her leg amputated. She is deaf and Native American, and I bring that up because that's who the character is. But I think the actual actress is all three of those things. I think she's legitimately deaf. She actually has that fake leg, and I think she is like straight up Native American as well. So, perfect. If she was made to be any character, this was it. It's perfect fit for her.
Wait, and, so that she's exactly like Echo?
I think because Echo is from what I remember, she is Native American in the comics. She's deaf in the comics. I'm not sure about the leg, but she pretty much fits the bill perfect.
Yeah, sure. All right. I know. I think what I read is that she's normally a good person.
She starts off kind of bad, and then she has a falling out with her stepfather, and then she kind of becomes anti-hero good. But yeah, so we're still in the early phases of her character, so she's kind of bad. And I found her pretty intimidating. I mean, not personally, but like as a bad guy in the series, like I totally buy her being in charge of the Tracksuit Mafia and them going like, whatever you say, boss, just don't kill us, please. Leave me be. And again, like she doesn't have any speaking lines, so she talks in sign language. And even that, she's very forceful in the way that she speaks with her hands, where she'll put you in check without even having to say anything. So I think she's a pretty interesting character so far, driven by revenge. Most basic form, which is awesome. And the action was really good in this. There was a car scene here. I think that's where a lot of the budget for this episode went, was the car chase. That was a lot of fun. And do I guess do a little more research. Because I think this came out. I think the comic came out like 2012, 2013, around that time.
And what comic of
Hawkeye?
Okay.
Yeah, and the reason why I bring that up is because they definitely did take a lot of inspiration from that. Because doing a little more research on it, because I haven't read the first 2 volumes since then. A lot of the scenes and the action set pieces and all that kind of stuff is straight taken from the actual comic. So this car chase, the way that the Tracksuit Mafia talks, the way everyone interacts with each other, the one-eyed dog, it's all in there, just Pizza Dog, which I think is really cool, because I think that is like probably definitely the best Hawkeye story ever put out, because he's always just been the guy in the background who just hangs out with more famous people. But here, it gives him time to shine. And can I say, I think we all forget, I don't know if we all forget, but Jeremy Renner's a hell of an actor.
Yeah, he's good in this.
He's very good in this. There's a scene where he's on a phone call with someone that he cares about, and you feel it. And I know I felt it. He gets stuck in like the action roles now, but the guy can act. He's really good. Makes me want to watch that a new show he's in. It's like Winter Hill or something like that. It's that like Boston show he's in. So, what was your stand-up, moment in this episode for you?
Standout? It has
Yeah,
to probably be the car scene for sure.
person.
Yeah, that car scene. I know what you're talking about with that whole scene where he's talking to his son. There's this whole episode kind of really stuck out. The CGI stuck out, which was kind of crappy.
Yeah.
But the characters, they still are growing on me. And it's great that I'm kind of appreciating these characters a little more than I ever would have with with a movie. So
Right. Yeah.
it's appreciated.
Very much so. Yeah. Yes. I'll never understand some people. People always complain about about something. Kate Bishop is a good character so far. I do like her. She is growing on me. I didn't hate her when she first popped on, but I'm like, okay, just another young version of an old character, to move forward with. But she's her own person. She's not just like a female version of Hawkeye. She's her own character. She's really good at archery as well. Jeremy Renner, like I said, great, really good in this. The action's great. And I feel like the comedy was more on point with this episode, where I think the first two felt a little too heavy for my taste, a little too happy-go-lucky Marvel. This one, it was they scaled it back a little bit, and when they used it, it was actually really funny. Kate Bishop's having this conversation with one of the mafia guys about buying tickets for his girlfriend to go see the Imagine Dragons. That was a pretty funny conversation, and some of their banter when in the car chase was pretty good. So yeah, I mean, overall, this is a really tight episode. I think this is, like I said, so far the best episode. We got 3 more to go, but it's gonna be hard to top it. They can match it, but I don't know if they can top it because it is pretty good. It's a really good, damn good episode. And trying to think. Yeah, it was mainly more interactions, some talks, a lot of action, and trying to think here because I'm trying to avoid potential, I guess, like spoilers or reveals or whatever we want to call it before we get into that section. Is there anything else you wanted to bring up or talk about, kind of like the main stuff?
No, it's kind of nice with the show because we're not really waiting to see how this is going to affect the MCU. We're more on the ride with what's going on in the MCU kind of thing. Where with Loki and all that, we were trying to see the road ahead of us. Where this one, we're kind of just on the road, in the middle of the road, just going down. So that's kind of refreshing with that, and then that's all going to change with. Well, I mean, I think Loki and all this stuff was leading towards Far From Home more than Ant-Man 3. I think that's going to shift then to like Doctor Strange, because like where does Kang fall in this? Is Kang really going to be the main person then? Because it almost doesn't feel that. It almost feels like there's probably going to be multiple ones, and we're not going to get one person to put everyone together.
Yeah, I think now we kind of forgot. I guess could have brought this up after that shirt was shown from the stunt team for Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think that Loki definitely is leaning. Is more of an introduction to Ant-Man and Wasp next than anything else. And Far From Home, I think it kind of correlates with Loki, and then I think the fallout from No Way Home will definitely will be carried over to Doctor Strange, and I think that's where shit goes haywire.
Yeah,
big time.
Well,
Doctor Strange.
And I think a piece of news that we kind of miss was that it's been reported that Tom Holland is coming back to be Spider-Man for 3 more movies. Now he didn't really speak to it. No one else spoke to it, but it was kind of confirmed by everybody else. So that's kind of nuts if he's coming back for movies. Like, where is that going then? And it's 3 MCU movies that they said. So
yeah, that's what I heard.
what?
And this came after the ticket sales from No Way Home, and people reselling them for thousands of dollars on eBay. I think so. I think Sony was like, well, shit, let's just make more money together. Let's go ahead and make a new deal. Because I think they were gung-ho just taking them back to Sony. But if the news is true that he's making 3 more MCU movies, I think Sony was like, well, shit, you convinced us to stay just by the crazy demand for tickets. So I think we might have saved them from leaving the MCU just by being very excited for the movie.
$200 million weekend, I think they're saying.
It's gonna be, yeah. I think they're saying potentially the biggest Spider-Man opening of all time. Definitely broke. I'm almost certain it broke whatever pre-ticket sales record there was before, because I'm trying to think. Like, besides Endgame, a lot of people don't. They buy their tickets online or they buy them the same day. This one, people were waiting, and it's gonna be crazy. It's just nuts, man. Marvel. Yeah, it's getting a little muddled. A lot of shit's going on, but I mean, again, I may not like the practice or the way that Disney conducts themselves, but the product and what they've been able to do with Marvel as a whole is remarkable. And the fact that we're still going and there's still very strong interest after all these years and after so many movies, it is really something special, and it's a great time to be a nerd, 100%. And again, like you said, when bringing back to Hawkeye, the fact that Hawkeye could be given a character and we care about him is only possible because of all the movies and years of hard work and making these more than just comic book movies and making them good movies. So it's crazy. It's a crazy time to do it.
Yeah, I'm happy with it though.
Yeah. I mean, if everything else is going shit, at least we know we got Marvel there to be like, hey, it's okay, come cry on my shoulder and enjoy. So,
and that's what I'm gonna do when Spider-Man comes out.
100%. Well, as you can tell, we really enjoyed this episode. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet. And also, we're gonna start our little spoiler talks next. So you can pause us, come back when you're done watching it, kind of, join in our little conversation. Not really join in, but you be a fly on the wall. Otherwise, we'll see you next week for more nerd outs, maybe some news and other stuff, and episode 4 of Hawkeye. So thank you for listening. 3 Nerds on a Sunday. We're on all platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. So we'll give you a couple seconds here to sign off if you're not ready to hear some spoilers. I think they'll be gone about now. Uncle. They put a lot of emphasis on this Uncle Man.
And his sleeve and how he has rings on there. And
it was that laugh that got me.
Yes.
It was a laugh. And again, that's why I told Frank, just can you listen, please? Can you see what I see and hear what I see? Because I don't want to be crazy. Because again, I think the stuff with WandaVision was half the fans' fault, but also half of the showrunner's fault of the expectations of Mephisto and all that. But it's kind of hard to deny any thoughts and rumors about Kingpin coming back with that laugh, which sounds very similar to Vincent D'Onofrio's laugh, as you would imagine as Kingpin.
Do you think?
I think.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, and again, and then this is again like if it wasn't for that laugh, you can easily shake things off. But like I think in the flashback where where Ronan is killing the Traxxas Mafia guys, the hideout that they're hiding in or they're using the front is called Fat Man Auto, something like that. It's like you sons of bitches. And again, like it would just be one of those things like, oh, you're overthinking it or you're making too much of it. But you hear that laugh and it's kind of almost undeniable of that laugh. Like that really gives. Now it's possible Marvel goes, we're gonna give you a hint to make you think and then pull the rug out from under us. But again, that those fucking hands, the suit, the laugh, it all falls in place really well. Really, really well. And I'm thinking that. And then if the other rumors are true of No Way Home, it makes more sense. It even makes more sense. And then with Echo, I think we talked about it a little bit last week. Echo in the comics is the adopted daughter of Kingpin. So it's all kind of lined up pretty well. I'm not expecting it to happen or I'm wanting to, or like if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna riot, but I'll be very thrilled to see D'Onofrio back as Kingpin if that's what they're gonna do, because I think his character or his portrayal of Kingpin was fantastic. Absolutely one of the best things about the Daredevil show, hands down.
Oh, 100,000%, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think out of the whole Netflix thing, he's arguably the best thing to come out of it.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's really hard to do it. Like Punisher was great. Jessica Jones is really surprisingly really good. The Daredevil himself is good, but like the standout and true MVP of the Netflix thing was Kingpin, hands down. There's no question about it. So, yeah, and again, like that's why I asked Frank and you guys to check it out, because I'm like, I don't want to be crazy and think like, listen to me, the aliens are coming, but I'm like, it's all kind of there. And if it wasn't for that laugh, it's like, it's hard. It's really hard not to think about it or give more thought to it. So,
man, I don't know. And then Daredevil has to come back. Like,
yeah.
At what point do we like not care that's the same actor?
Well, that's the thing. Like the Daredevil show was terrible. I don't think anyone would care. They could recast it, but it was a good series. People really they really love that series. I don't want to call him Courtney Cox. I know it's something Cox. I thought he did a really good job with it. Charlie Cox, thank you. Did you watch season 3 yet?
No.
Or
I thought you were gonna say Boardwalk Empire.
Oh no, no, yeah, he's in there too. He's good in that as well. Season 3, I think, where Charlie Cox gets to show a little more range with Daredevil, and he's great again. Like I think the Netflix run as a whole was hit and miss, but that the Daredevil consistently was the best series, right in front of Jessica Jones, in my opinion. I thought Jessica Jones was surprisingly really well done. But like I said, if the other rumors are true about No Way Home, it's really hard to not give this more thought. So.
Yeah, the only reason why I haven't watched season 3 yet is because you guys tell me there's not a lot of Kingpin in there, and that doesn't really excite me. I would have to say that.
I mean, like he doesn't have a dedicated, episode or a lot of like, I guess, screen time. He is throughout the season, and when he's on screen, you definitely know he's there. And I love the final fight scene between Bullseye, Daredevil, and him. It's fantastic.
Oh, Bullseye is in there.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. The fight scenes with Bullseye, it's like what I imagined it would look like. It could look a little funny at first because again, Daredevil is the master of throwing shit and hitting his mark. So there's like a fight scene like in an office and he's just throwing everything he can. At first, if you're not really into it, it'd be kind of funny, but it was badass fight scene. I loved it. It kind of gave me everything I ever wanted. Daredevil is my favorites. Yes, watch it. It is good. Like to me personally, I feel like that's one of the best seasons of television. You can up there with like Bulwark Empire season 3, Longmire episode season 2, Justified and all that kind of stuff. I feel like there was no personally. I think there was no fillers in season 3 for Daredevil. So
that's good.
That was just tight season. Do you know about the rumors for No Way Home?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Certain character from a certain TV show that we may or may not be talking about. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm not expecting it. It's not gonna ruin the show for me if he doesn't show up. But it would be a nice cherry on top for me if that does happen. So.
Yeah, it's just like it's too many questions. Then, like, why isn't he recast? Why does he look like the same as the Netflix show? Like, there's a lot that's gonna go in it.
I mean, technically, it was canon. They had the Daredevil season 1. They had the disaster picture of Hulk smashing some Chitauri guys. Like on a newspaper clipping on the backboard. They talk about the incident downtown. Superheroes running around and in the Defenders. They actually bring the hand in and talk about dragon bones and in Shang-Chi, there's actual dragons that we know of now. The hand wants to get back to their home place in some other realm.
Yeah.
Iron Fist kind of has some of that as well. And at a certain point, they kind of dropped it because Netflix and Disney were no longer on good terms. But they are technically canon, or at least the first couple seasons are, anyways.
Yeah, I guess you are. I guess you're right. I guess you're right.
And it is New York and the ground level, so the Avengers would never really care about him anyways. And if Ronan, fucked around with the wrong people, he would piss off Kingpin easily.
Yeah.
So that's my little foil hat conspiracy for this episode.
It's like a good hat.
Yeah, I think it fits well. I think it fits very, very well. So, if you guys are listening out there, let us know what you think. Take to Instagram, Facebook. Let us know what you think. If you agree with me, if you think I'm just flipping nuts and reading too much into it, let me know. But past that was really about it for spoilers or potential spoilers or whatever you want to call it. Any final thoughts on this episode or anything else we've talked about for like Marvel in general, I guess?
No, for this series, I think we got 3 more.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So I'm hoping that it's gonna stay and maintain where it's at now. So
yeah, I agree. We're enjoying it. Hopefully it stays enjoyable to the end. That's kind of our overall thoughts. And past that, guys, thank you for listening to another episode, 3 Nerds on a Sunday. Like I said, we're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and any podcast app of your choice. Just simply type in 3 Nerds on a Sunday. Make sure you type in Three Nerds on Sunday because there's another podcast that Spotify just came out. It's called Three Fat Nerds. That's not us. We are we are three nerds on a Sunday. So, so thank you again for listening. We'll catch you again next week. Goodbye.
Bye.